instead of doing a vlog, I decided that I would film a proper sit down video, which I haven't actually done in about a month and a half probably. I'm going to do an updated Barry M collection video because one of my first ever videos, I think it was my second or third video that I ever put up on YouTube, which will probably be quite embarrassing to look at now, was a Barry M collection. And since then, since I filmed that many moons ago, my collection has expanded. So I thought that I would film that for you today and I hope that you enjoy it. So the first one that I wanted to talk to you about, I'm just going to get this one straight out of the way at the very start, is the base coat, top coat and nail hardener. It's an all-in-one kind of product and it's just basically a clear top coat. I am useless in terms of actually using this. It's good and it works when I do, but I am rubbish at remembering to actually put on a top coat. I'm just so lazy when it comes to doing my nails. So the first ones that I'm going to talk about are just the original good old Barry M nail paints, the bog standard ones that have been around for goodness only knows how long. So the first one that I'm going to talk to you about is one that I don't actually use on a massively regular basis, but it's a really unusual colour, 313 Dusky Mauve, or Mauve, however you want to call it. And it looks like a sort of really weird dark brownish sort of purple colour, but it's actually got these really nice iridescent kind of sparkles in it. So that's a really nice one for something a little bit unusual. I've not really seen any other nail paints in any of the kind of high street brands anyway that do one of this sort of colour. Next up is a good old sort of navy blue colour. This one is called Indigo. They do one that's just called Navy. I think, which I don't have, but this one is number 312 Indigo. So it's a lovely purpley toned kind of dark blue colour and always a good one to have in your collection as a nice kind of dark, maybe more wintry kind of one. I wouldn't tend to wear this one in the summer, but it's a really nice option for winter. For spring summertime, you can't beat a really bold green colour, and this one's called Spring Green. It's number 290. And this is one that I always get compliments on actually, or really bold green colour. But I absolutely love this one. I haven't worn this for ages actually. Now that I see it, I want to go and instantly change my nail colour to this one because it's beautiful. It's a really vibrant one and it's a good one for not needing a lot of coat. Absolutely lovely one. Next is my favourite nail polish of all time, other than the Bourjois Turquoise Block. But this is Barry Berry Ice Cream. It's my favourite nail polish ever. I've used, like, it looks as if there's a lot left in that because it's covering like the whole sort of front of it, but there's not an awful lot left in this, I don't think, because I've used it so many times. It is number 308 and it's just beautiful. I wear it at any time of year. I'm not one of these, I've said earlier on with the indigo one I wouldn't wear it in summer, but I don't kind of tend to stick massively to the seasonal nail colours sort of thing. I would wear this at any time of year and I absolutely love it. It's a really inoffensive colour, if that makes sense. It's not so bold that it's going to attract lots of attention, but at the same time it looks really pretty on the nails. So this one, if it's still available, I'm sure it will be, but it's definitely my favourite of all time. Sticking with the pastel kind of shades, here's another two kind of pastel-y colours. A peach one and a green one. These ones are Peach Melba number 318 and Mint Green number 304, and I've had these for absolutely ages and love them to pieces. I would say with these ones you need a couple of coats, maybe 3 coats to get a really good proper kind of bold opaque finish. What's actually also really nice if you have this is if you have the Essie Fiji nail polish, which is the almost white baby pink, the really faint pink colour. If you put that on and then put one of these two over the top of it, it's beautiful because it makes it, these ones are pastel-y kind of shades anyway, but it really brings out that sort of pastel tone and brightens it up a lot. One more kind of pastel-y shade that I have is number 317, which is Blue Moon. And this one is a really lovely, just baby blue, kind of sky blue colour. It's not the most, it's again, much like the other two pastel ones, it takes a few coats to really kind of build it up and get a good opaque sort of finish to it, but it's really pretty when you do. This one's actually nice for if you want to just have a sort of like pearlised finish to your nails in a sort of cool colour. This is nice if you just do one coat like that, but if you want a proper kind of true representation of the colour, you do need to go over it a couple of times. But yeah, this one's lovely. Somehow, I don't know how this happened, but I ended up with 2 of Raspberry, which is number 273. And I don't know how this happened. I bought them, you can actually see from the front of the labels that they're ever so slightly different, so I obviously got them quite a time apart because the packaging had changed. But yeah, it ended up with 2 of them. But this one's beautiful. I wear this a lot in winter time because it's one of those really nice sort of Christmassy berry kind of colours, and it's just beautiful. It's a nice option if you don't want to go for a red, if you want to go for something that's more leaning towards the pink kind of side of things, but it's still a really strong, vibrant colour. This one's a good one to go for. This one's one of the kind of more iconic Barry M nail paints, I think, the raspberry one. It's one that a lot of people talk about, and yeah, it's definitely a firm favourite of mine, which is probably why I ended up buying it twice. One that I won't spend a massive amount of time on is this one. It's the white one. It's just the matte white ordinary white nail polish. It's number 66. Something that I just think is kind of one of those things you just have to have in your nail polish collection, is a white one for whatever occasion you may sort of need it. I don't wear this a massive amount, but if I do, it's usually with some sort of interesting top coat over it. So a glitter top coat or a sort of sparkly top coat or something over the top of this is really nice. One of the first Barry M nail paints that I ever actually bought is this next one. It is number 305 Pink Flamingo, and it's just a bog standard fluorescent pink nail polish, really. That's all that there is to say about this, but it's really pretty. I don't actually really use this anymore, which is a shame, because I've got one of the Jelly High Shine ones, which is a really similar colour. I'll show you that in the next kind of lot that I'm going to show you. One of the more kind of vibrant pinks in their collection. They've got a couple of baby pink ones, which I don't actually have, but this one's one of the more vibrant ones. The last two of the ordinary collection nail polishes that I have to show you are a couple of more sparkly kind of ones, and these are number 264 Pink Iridescent and 335 Copper. Copper is one of my all-time favourites. It's just absolutely gorgeous. It's got so many shades through it. It's, you know, at a very basic level, it's a coppery colour, but it's got flakes of red through it, it's got flakes of green through it, it's got flakes of gold through it. It's just one of those really beautiful nail polishes, and the glitter particles in it aren't chunky enough to actually be problematic to remove, which is one thing that I am very against with nail polishes now these days. I don't use them if they're too difficult to remove. But with this one, the glitter particles are tiny and finely milled enough that it doesn't actually make it problematic to take it off. As for Pink Iridescent, this is really more of a top coat. This isn't really sort of a nail paint in and of itself. You can put it on its own and it just makes your nails a bit sparkly, but it's really clear. It looks pink in the bottle, but when you actually put it onto your nails, it's pretty clear, just with a nice kind of sparkly finish. So I tend to use this as a top coat over something maybe like the Pink Flamingo one or the Berry Ice Cream. Moving on to one of the Barry M most recent successes, these are the Jelly High Shine polishes. I have 3 of these ones and I really do want to get more because they are excellent. The first one that I ever bought is the one that's quite close to the Pink Flamingo colour, which I didn't realise till I got it home. But it's number 8 from the Jelly High Shine collection. It's called Grapefruit. It's just a beautiful bright neon pink one, and the finish of these really is that lovely kind of like gel finish. A couple of coats and you're pretty much good to go. Next is the one that I'm wearing right now, which I bought last week, which if you watched one of my vlogs last week, you'd have seen my little mini Barry M haul. This is number 21 Sugar Apple, and it looks like this. This is what it looks like on the nails. It's gorgeous, it's so summery, it's really wearable, lovely sort of pale, I don't know, Sugar Apple is a strange name for this. I actually really like it as a name for a nail paint, but I don't necessarily know if I would have called this Sugar Apple. I feel like it's more of a kind of like duck egg sort of shades. I don't know, they should employ me to help name their nail polishes. But yeah, absolutely loving this. The other Jelly High Shine one that I've got, I saw Gemma from Gem's Maquillage wearing this in one of her videos and I loved it so much that I went out and bought it. And then I realised that the reason that I loved it so much is because it is almost identical to Turquoise Block from Bourjois, which is my all-time favourite nail polish. This is number 12 Green Berry, and it's just, this obviously is the kind of nail polish colour that is my very favourite, that I'm really just instinctively drawn to. This really bright bluey green, yeah, leaning towards the green kind of side of turquoise is absolutely my favourite apparently. And again, just the finish of these, because it's that lovely shiny gel effect sort of polish, they last really well, they don't chip all that easily, and yeah, loving that. Okie doke, going on to the more kind of nail effect type nail polishes, I have 2 of the foil effect nail paints. I have the gold one, which is number 320, and the lilac one, which doesn't actually have a number. Must have a number, it's just not on the label that I have. But these are fantastic. I don't tend to wear this one quite as much, but I wear this one all the time. And do you know why? I wear this one all the time because it is one of the easiest nail polishes to use if you're in a rush. So if you are going somewhere and you realise you haven't painted your nails, you don't have time to faff about doing 3 coats of something and waiting for them to dry and all that palaver. This is fantastic. Well, this one as well, this entire collection. These are brilliant because 1 coat of these, totally opaque, really interesting sort of swirly, lovely foily effect finish, dries instantaneously. You put this on and it dries so quickly that I can't complain in any way, shape or form about these. These are excellent. All the Barry M nail paints that I own, the one that is my kind of absolute go-to in any sort of situation is this one. More in the nail effects kind of range now. I have two from the Instant Nail Effects collection. This was the very first one that ever came out. This one is just the one that you just put it on over whatever other nail polish that you're wearing, and it kind of cracks into an interesting design. This one came a little bit later. It's the Croc Nail Effect, so it actually sort of is supposed to split into a crocodile scaly skin pattern. I'm not gonna lie, I don't love these. I think that they're interesting on other people, and when I look at sort of blog posts and stuff where people show themselves wearing these, I always think that they look fantastic, and it just never really works for me. I just think I don't have the knack. I think these ones take a kind of technique, and if you've got the technique, it doesn't seem like a difficult one. You basically just swipe it over your nail. You have to be careful that you don't go over the same part twice, or it kind of sticks together and it doesn't sort of do the effect that it's supposed to do. But I genuinely wanted these to work really well, and for me, they kind of just weren't brilliant. They're a really interesting concept and they look good on other people. I have failed with them. You may not fail with them. You may find that they work really well, but for a couple of quid, I think they're about £3 or £4, and they are an interesting thing to try. So if you're looking for something fun to try and you're not really confident doing nail art with a brush or whatever, but you want an interesting effect, these ones are a good one to try. Also, they come in different colours. I just happen to have black for both of them, but you get, you know, purple and red and white and things. I think I'm saying that. I think you do. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, these ones are a pretty inexpensive way of trying it. And on to the last lot. This is my little miscellaneous pile, the little ones that don't really fit into any other category because I've got them from different collections. The first one, my friend Gemma got me for Christmas about a year ago, I think. Not Christmas there, but the Christmas before. And this one's number 351 Yellow Topaz Glitter, and it's just a glittery top coat. Looks like this. It is stunning. It is one of the most beautiful top coats of all time, in my opinion. It is the most sparkly thing that you ever put on your nails, and it looks stunning. I get very distressed trying to remove glitter nail polish, so I don't really use this as often as I should, and that makes me sad because it looks so pretty, but I just get really worked up. Does anyone else? Most people, I'm sure, will get that way when you're trying to remove glitter nail polish, and it feels like you're just going to spend the rest of your life with bits of cotton wool flying off the edge of your nails. It's not good. But in terms of the actual look of this, it is gorgeous, and so if you like a sparkly top coat, this one, go and look for it. Yellow, what is it? Yellow Topaz Glitter. Just, oh, stunning. Next, we have one from the Confetti Nail Effects one. I think that collection came out about a year ago, something like that. And it's the ones that's just like little tiny bits of, well, they call it confetti. I don't know that I would call it confetti. They're tiny little particles that when you put them on your nail, they just have a sort of bumpy graphic kind of finish, and this one is in the colour Sour Apple. It's gorgeous. It's really, really pretty. Again, I don't use this as much as I should because I'm lazy and I don't like how difficult it is to remove. Not that it's difficult if you've got the time to kind of sit and wrap, you know, properly nail polish remover soaked cotton pads round your nails and leave them for a while, then it comes off really nicely. But if you're in a rush, which I usually am when I'm painting my nails, this one is difficult to take off. But if you do have time for it, it's gorgeous, and they're a really, really interesting kind of looking collection, so yeah, go and have a look at them. Next is one that I got consistent compliments on for the first couple of times that I used it, and you know, I loved it so much myself that I've gotten a lot of use out of this and I haven't owned it for a very long time, and that is the Silk Nail Polish in number 4 Meadow. It looks like this. I just love these colours, these greeny, sort of pale greeny colours, I really do. But this one's gorgeous. It actually does look like a kind of like silky effect when you put it onto your nails, and I got so many compliments from this. The first time that I wore it, even one of my lecturers turned around to me, I must have been, I think I put on a light or something, I put my hand up and she was standing next to me. She's like, oh, your nails are so pretty, and I was like, thanks. It's very, there's a lot in this range. There's a beautiful baby pink one that I really, really want, so it's probably next on my to buy list. I shouldn't buy any more at the moment because I bought 3 the other day, but yeah, this one, this collection anyway, is beautiful. I think they're a little bit more expensive, maybe about probably the £4 mark, maybe closer to 5, I can't remember, but they're really pretty anyway, so it's definitely worth investing in. And finally, we have the other 2 that I bought in the 3 for 2 offer with the Jelly High Shine one the other day, and they are the Aquarium Collection number 4 Mediterranean, this beautiful iridescent red, gold, pink, whatever you want to call it, just beautiful shade. and the matte nail paint in number 6, Wikiki, which is this gorgeous matte limey green colour, which I am so excited to wear. I haven't used either of these yet, so I can't actually tell you what I think about the finish of them. I don't know how many coats you would need, but when I do use them, I will be sure to let you know. I just think both of these are really exciting colours for summer. That's so sad, but they really are. And then this one in particular, you can wear all year round, right up until sort of Christmas time. That lovely gold shade through it would be lovely at Christmas. So that's it for my Barry updated collection. I hope that you have enjoyed that. I didn't know how long that was going to take, so I'm going to edit it and see. Hopefully it's not too ridiculously long. But I just love Barry. They're so ridiculously reasonable. They bring out new collections all the time, which keeps the brand really fresh and exciting and makes you want to go and check out their counter because you know that they're going to have some sort of fun new product out. As I say, really affordable, such an incredible colour range, and they last really well. The regular collection, if you put a top coat on, lasts really well. If you don't, they do chip a little bit, but not, you know, within the first few days, which I think for drugstore sort of price range is excellent. And the sun has just gone away behind a cloud, so the room has gone a different colour. But yeah, anyway, that's it for my Barry collection haul. I hope that you have enjoyed that, guys, and I'll probably be back tomorrow with a regular daily vlog style thing. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye!
Everything changes.
Again, really nice, easy to wear, a couple of coats and you're sorted. Did anyone hear that? Like, there were like rocks just falling down my chimney. That was weird. Anyway, moving on.